Hello and welcome back to the Villa View, where we're here to preview Burton Albion against Aston Villa that's taking place tomorrow at Burton Albion Stadium that I've completely forgotten what it's called. I've just remembered that it is in fact called the Pirelli Stadium, and the observant among you may well have noticed that Matt Lynch isn't here for yet another preview show. When Aston Villa play a team that's in relegation trouble and we do a match preview show, Matt Lynch is too good for that. He can't be here and he isn't here for this preview. So I've already alluded to the fact that Burton are in relegation trouble, but I was actually really impressed with them when I came to Villa Park earlier on in the season on Boxing Day. I thought they played some nice football. They scored a really good goal from Jamie Ward, who's not actually with them anymore, but they were one of the sides that has probably impressed me most this season, along with Brentford, which is a bit bizarre considering neither are setting the league alight. I think Nigel Clough deserves a massive amount of credit for what he's done at Burton so far. Most people would have had them as being already down by now, like Rotherham, but they've actually surprised a lot of people and they've taken some good results along the way. They actually beat Huddersfield away a few weeks ago. Some of their fans may see this as a bit of a local derby, so I think they'll be very, very much up for this game. So it will not be an easy game yet again for Aston Villa. On current form though, Aston Villa are a force to be reckoned with 7 wins out of 8 and 7 clean sheets out of 8. It won't be an easy game for Burton either. Got some breaking news coming into me now. I have heard that Matt Lynch has actually been bothered to send in a clip of his thoughts on this game, so he's actually covering Burton. So let's hear what Matt Lynch has to say about Burton Albion.
So Burton may well be sitting 19th in the table, relegation threatened, but they're a really good outfit. They've been playing some really neat football this season, and as we saw on Boxing Day, they came close to beating us, and they've been doing the same for a while recently. They lost only 1-0 to Newcastle the week and did really well and played some really good football. They've done the same against Sheffield Wednesday. They played really well again and they're starting to grind out a few results. They're in a relegation scrap, so they're going to be looking to pick up as many points as possible, as quick as possible. I think they've got some really good players as well that can really cause some damage and potentially cause us some real problems throughout the midfield. They've got a guy called Irvine, who I believe is a really good player, Australian international. He's been proving himself this season really well. They've also got some veterans in there, the likes of Chris O'Grady, seasoned professionals at this level, know how to bully defenders around a bit, but I really do think we should be going there and beating them. These are the sort of sides we need to be looking and beating, because these are the sides we could potentially be dropping points a few months ago. Also, we beat them 2-1, but we came so close to losing that game. We cannot afford to lose it for the purpose of momentum and proving that next year we are going to be the team to be chasing and trying to beat throughout the season.
Thanks for that, Matt. Very insightful. I'll now move on to Aston Villa, and of course Steve Bruce had his press conference today, although we didn't really give much away. I don't really feel like I learned anything from that press conference other than the fact that Hepburn Murphy's got a tidy new nickname in Audra. Obviously at the moment it doesn't look like Villa are going to concede many goals, but then again Burton did have a bit of a freak game with Brentford a few weeks ago where they ended up losing 5-3 at home, so they are a team that's capable of scoring and upsetting the apple cart. So it wouldn't surprise me actually if there was a few goals. We're not going to keep keeping clean sheets all season, and although away form has picked up, it probably will be the away games where we end up conceding again. I was quite surprised during fan camps. There was quite a few fans that didn't really seem happy with the way we're playing, and although I agree we're not setting the world alight, it's bringing results, which is the most important thing, as Villa have not conjured together any kind of form over the last 5 or 6 years, and it has, playing that way has propelled us up the league, so I don't think we can really have too many complaints. I think next season you'll start to see perhaps a brand of football and a style of play emerge from Steve Bruce's Aston Villa, but for now he's doing what he needs to do to get results, and for me that's good enough. I'm expecting one change to the lineup. I think Amavi's been pretty solid along with everyone else really that's been involved with Villa at the moment, but I think it's time to unleash Andre Green. I think Andre Green, when he starts games, looks a much better player than when he's coming on. I think he gets the flow of the game better when he's on from the start. When his recent cameos, he did give the ball away a couple of times against Norwich, so I think start Andre Green will give us more of an attacking threat, which is what the fans are obviously pining for. And to be fair to him, before he got injured, he was on very good form. The team I think that Bruce will pick for this game, I've gone with Sam Johnston in goal, Super Alan Hutton at right back, Neil Taylor at left back, Chester and Baker to continue their fantastic partnership at centre back. In central midfield, I think Leandro Bacuna will keep his place at the expense of Conor Hourihane. Jedinak will be the anchor man, and Henry Lansbury will complete the midfield trio. Right side, I've gone for Albert Adoma. Left side, as I've just mentioned, I think Andre Green will come back in. And then Jonathan Codger on his own at front, the man that is on absolute flames at the moment. Absolute flames. The only thing I'm slightly worried about that I may have got wrong is that I do still think that Amavi will be pulled out, but there is every chance that Scott Hogan will be put back in because Bruce was talking him up in the press conference. If we do that, I believe it'll be 4-4-2 and Leandro Bacuna can comfortably move over to the left-hand side where he actually played against Burton on Boxing Day and scored. Right, that's enough from me and certainly enough from Matt Lynch, who can't even be bothered to turn up. We asked before we filmed this preview show for Villa View subscribers to send in tweets with their thoughts on the game, so I'm just going to rattle through a few of them now. So we've got good old Max Roberts, who's coming with lower league determination and togetherness will show from Burton, but quality from Villa will shine through and get us the win. To be honest, I think we've got quite a lot of determination and togetherness at the moment, so I think that same thing can be levelled at Villa, but I do agree that Burton gave us a very good game last time and I think they will do the same this weekend. Jay Morgan said Burton will play with no fear, but our load of fans should turn it into a home game. All adds up to a great game for our counter-attacking players. 2-1 to Villa. Fair again. I would like to see us playing a bit more on the break, especially if we do have Adoma and Green on the wings with Codger up front, because that could be devastating if Burton do push too many players forward. So again, I think that's a fair shout. Jason Price has just wrote 0-0. Well, unlike our Villa View game, Jason, you're not playing up front, so hopefully our strikers will manage to bag. No need for that, was there? Jason knows I'm only joking, of course, although he really should have scored in that game. Carl Palmer's wrote a nervy 1-0, teasing us all into further believing we could make the playoffs with Fulham and Sheffield Wednesday both dropping points. Again, fair. I feel that I'm starting to let myself dream of the playoffs again, which will probably ultimately end in disappointment for me, whether we make it or not. So, yeah, I'm starting to let my head go a bit. I need to rein it in. Kieran Smith has said, I see the clean sheet run ending with a 2-1 Villa win. Actually, forgot to mention my prediction earlier. I actually think it'll be 2-1 to Villa as well. I've gone with Andre Green and Codger as the goal scorers. Andre Green scoring the first goal. I'll say that for Burton, Matt wanted Cauley Woodrow to be signed by Villa in the summer, so that was a great shout because now he's obviously on loan at Burton Albion. But yeah, I'll go with him to score for Burton. So fair tweet from Kieran Smith. We're not going to continue to keep clean sheets every week, I don't think. So this is probably one of the ones with a team that will come out and play against us where we may concede. Arj LK says, seems like an easy game on paper, but as we've seen this season, it may well end up being a tough afternoon. However, I do think we'll win. That's a very good tweet, in fairness, because in fact, other than the Rotherham game at home, I don't remember Villa having an easy ride in any game. We certainly haven't made light work of any game, so I do like that tweet. I think it's very realistic. But to be fair, as I mentioned earlier, Burton have got some great results against some big teams, and they only lost 1-0 to Newcastle in midweek, so they've shown that they can play against good teams and good players. I really think this will be a tough game for Villa. Right, so I've told you my prediction. Apparently Matt has actually sent in a prediction clip as well. We are truly humbled and honoured. Let's see if for once he hasn't copied me. Let's hear what Matt says.
So my prediction for the game on Saturday is going to be a 1-1. I think we're going to struggle at times, but I really do think that Burton will come out fighting, and they've been playing some good football at the moment. They're going to actually get a point at some point soon. We can't underestimate them, but I do think it will be a 1-1 draw. I'm going to go first goal scorer though. The main man, JK, Jonathan Codger, I think he's going to get another goal to his name. He's going to edge that ever closer to the Peterwith record.
That's all for today's preview show. I do actually want to apologise to Matt because he'll be watching this probably with his head in his hands. I am, of course, joking. He is my Villa View brother and he does lead a very busy life. So to be fair to him, I know he has a lot on and I do genuinely miss him when we do these preview shows because I do not like doing them on my own. If you have enjoyed this preview show, then please leave a like below. Comment on your thoughts of what you think is going to happen at the Pirelli Stadium tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. If you could give the subscribe button a bang and put your post notifications on. If you could press that subscribe button and knock your post notifications on, then that would be great. If you fancy checking out our latest content, please do. We know that Amy Follos on Twitter has said that she quite often sits there and watches the Villa View, so that's great to see. And if more of you could do that, that'd be brilliant. More content upcoming soon, so watch out for it. And as always, up the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.